That moment when you're literally doing rune crafting so long, you actually train 86 to 87 crafting, the whole level, at rune crafting. Well, at blood runes. So the cool thing about this level is I can actually boost, do a +5 boost to 92 to make my Anguish necklace. So I do have a Black Demon task at the moment, so whenever I do return to Slayer, and if we hopefully get a Zenite from that task, we can make an Anguish. That'd be pretty solid, but I think it's pretty cool how you can literally stay here and runecraft and train so many skills at one time. I think it's pretty sweet. Not too far off 80 mining, I guess. That'd be another cool one to get, but yeah, 87 mining coming in. Another good little milestone to hit, I guess, for crafting.
You see, you know you've done rune crafting a long time when you get 80, well, I take that back, 3 mining levels, 77 to 80, just being at Zaya rune crafting. Do you unlock anything at 80? I don't even know. I don't think you do, but that's another, I guess, skill added to the 80 threshold, which is pretty sweet. I think after we finish up rune crafting to 91, I might just go ahead and bang out smithing to 80 just to finish off the 80 threshold there. That would be sweet to get 80 base stats. I think I'm definitely going to do that. But yeah, 80 mining coming in rune crafting, so I will take that. Pretty big moment right here. After several days of rune crafting, we finally get it. 90 rune crafting coming in. This is a level that I will be honest, I never thought I was going to get. So to finally see that is pretty crazy. Like when you're in the mindset of just like, rune crafting's so slow, I'm never going to get it this high, and then you do it, it's, I don't know, it's like, it's completely something else. But we have now unlocked soul runes. Now, soul runes is a really good rune for me to craft and be able to craft because it's such an expensive rune to use. It's a big rune in the spell Blood Barrage, which is huge when it comes to things like Armadillo and healing at God Wars bosses. So instead of now having to go buy them at like Baba Yaga and Lunar Isle or wherever, spending a ton of money, I could just craft it no problem. So one away from the double nats, we're going to continue to do that until I get continue to do this until I get 91. So we can get those double nats. And it's pretty sweet to have that mindset too, of being able to craft all the nats I'll ever need in half the time. That is really something I'm excited about. That's going to be a huge time saver there. But I'm very excited to start crafting some soul runes now. So back to rune crafting, and I guess I will talk to you guys again here in a few days when I get 91. So just wanted to update you guys, and I will see you all back here soon. Alright, we have a big moment here. Never thought I was going to ever get this, ever playing Scape, but I don't know what that is. Covering it up, kind of screwing that over, but congratulations, you've just achieved 91 rune crafting. I can now make double nature runes, which is the primary reason why I continue to runecraft just to get this level. The fact that I can get any nature runes that I'll ever need in half the time is a huge incentive for me to have done this, so that's kind of why I decided to do it. Now, that being said, that me like taking a break and like doing the diaries in between runecrafting was completely pointless because getting that boost, just I would have dodged all of that if I had just waited till now. It would have been a lot easier. But nonetheless, this is the amount of soul runes that I got from 90 to 91. There was like 2 or 3 times where I like accidentally went to like the blood altar out of habit, but for the most part, that's like all the soul runes that I got, so I get to use. So there's the price check for those curious. So I'm about to go to the bank after a long time. I haven't been to the bank in probably, I'd say a week and a half. So I'd say from 77 to 91 rune crafting probably took me about 3 weeks. It probably would have, I could have gotten it probably in 2, but there was sometimes I was pretty lax with how much rune crafting I was doing in a day, and like I was taking it pretty easy. I wasn't really like grinding it out too hard. So I could have gotten it done in 2, like, but you know, like I said, if you're like wanting to like do this kind of like at a like not as fast pace, you know, not taking it too seriously, 77 to 91 took me about 3 weeks, so that's, I guess, what you can expect from that. Blood Rune Supply, absolutely sick. 195k of those now. Call it 200k. Seeing that stack is amazing. So we're basically set for Blood Barrage and some other barrage spells for life, basically. If I ever need to runecraft more, I certainly can, but just to have this stack right here is awesome. That's going to last me quite a while. But what am I going to do now? So 91 runecrafting achieved. So there is a few things that I've kind of had on the back burner. The one major one is getting a Dragon Warhammer. I still want to do that. And I took a break from that doing 77 to 91 here while I was AFKing, just stuff on Scape while I was in school. But at this point, I kind of have do shamans, get the Warhammer, kind of passively. I might not do it all at once. I'll probably do like, I don't know, a few thousand kills and then do something else. But the other thing was actually doing Motherlode Mine. The other like major skill that I need to get up for diaries is smithing, and the best way I feel to do that is to do Motherlode Mine. So I'm getting mining up at the same time, but I'm also banking all those ores that I can use for smithing. Not just gold for XP, but I'll use some other stuff like mithril and addy, so I can make those into darts. It's all around just a pretty useful thing that I'm going to do. So if I'm going to be AFKing something, I'll be mining. If I'm going to be actively playing, I'll probably be doing shamans, just so I can slowly kind of work on that Dragon Warhammer, and hopefully it doesn't take too long for me to get it. But getting that Warhammer is going to unlock so many things, like Vorkath. It's going to make God Wars easier. It's going to unlock Corporal Beast. It's going to help with raids. It just does a lot of things. So that is something I want to get in the near future. But if I'm going to be AFKing stuff, which is going to be a lot of the time still, since I'm, while I'm doing homework or whatever, while I'm studying, I'll definitely be doing some mining too. So I will keep you guys updated. But that is 91 runecrafting finally achieved. So we now have those double natch. Finally, we finally can do that. So just wanted to update you guys, and I will see you guys, with what we're doing next. And there is the main mining goal achieved. 85 mining coming in. We can now mine Runite. I believe that's the first time on RuneScape I've actually ever been able to mine runes, so that's pretty cool. So now if I continue to stay here, I will start getting rune ores, which is awesome. But the main reason I came here was to bank smithing levels, so I haven't looked at the amount of ores I've gotten ever since, I believe it was level 77 or 78 since I came here. So the whole time, in that time, I kind of know the general amount of golden nuggets I have, but I have no idea how much ores I have, so I'm excited to find out. Also, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy the coal and gym bag, and then we'll see how much we have left over. I don't know if I'm going to get the extra bag or not for the pay dirt down there or not yet, but the coal and gym bag is a definite. I know we definitely have enough for that, so I guess I'm going to finish off these 3 inventories here, and then we can kind of go see how the ores are looking in the bank. Okay, so if we look at the ores, this is post 85 mining. I did a couple of extra inventories just while I was playing PS4, but this is pretty much the gistics of it. And I'm not going to really count the coal because a lot of that was from Kingdom, but as far as the gold, mithril, and addy, that's pretty much the main stuff that I got out of it. And I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing here. That gold is going to be great. Put on goldsmithing gauntlets and we'll get 56 XP per thing. Probably make both of these into all that they can be, and then just make those into the darts that those come out of. One thing I want to know though is I'm greatly aware that it's going to take a lot longer to make them into darts instead of doing like plate bodies or something like that. But does it equal out to be like the same XP? Because if so, I don't mind doing all of those into darts at all. I would much rather have a ton of mithril darts and a ton of addy arts ready to use and still get the same XP. If it takes a bit longer, that's completely fine. Now, as far as the nuggets go, 371. I think the last time I checked, it was like at 249, so that's pretty awesome to see. So if we go over to Prospector Percy, we will buy a coal bag, and we will also buy a gym bag. And after that, really, I can just buy whatever I want. I think you can buy the extra bag at like 200, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll get that soon, maybe, but those are the 2 that I really wanted. So yeah, that is the loot, I guess, from 85 mining. I'll probably keep going if I do feel like AFKing something just to get more ores, but I'm probably going to go smith these up real quick and see what kind of level we can get from them. So I will update you guys very shortly when that is done. Okay, so I haven't made a clip in some time, and I'll be honest with y'all, I lied to you. Because I said I was going to get 85 mining and go do smithing. Yeah, that didn't happen. I kept mining for probably the next several weeks. So 90 mining is finally coming in. The reason I did this is I had a lot of schoolwork to do, so I figured AFKing mining would just be fine. It would kind of ensure, well, not ensure, but it would definitely give me a lot more ores for the smithing goal. So look how sick that looks. So I'm about to run to the bank real quick and show you all what we're working with as far as resources goes. And then after that, we can go smelt all this at Blast Furnace and see what kind of smithing level we get out of it. The plan is to make a bunch of darts with at least with the mithril addy and rune bars. I think that would be the most smartest thing to do, but we'll see about that. So we're about to run to the bank real quick and we'll see what kind of ores we are looking at.
Okay, so I mined a couple more inventories just to finish off and complete the whole sack that I could complete and collect. But as far as resources go, this is what we are working with here. Now, as I've said before, the column not really, I don't know how much of that actually came from Motherlode. A lot of it did, but definitely not all of that came from here. But this is what we were working with. About 14k gold, 9.3k mithril, plus the 2k bars I've already smithed. Call it 6.7k addy, and then 1.2k rune. Now, one thing that I completely forgot about was the smithing, or the fletching XP that is going to come out of these darts that I'm going to be making. Because all the darts tips that I'm going to make, obviously I'm going to have to fletch those into darts. It's going to be a lot of feathers I got to buy, but factored in, I think it's going to be about 2.5 mil fletching XP just from the bars, and I completely forgot about that. So that's just going to be a nice bonus. I'm not sure what fletching level that's going to get me. I'm 90 at the moment, maybe 93, 94 in that area. Not really too sure off the spot. But a lot of blast furnace is going to be coming up just to smelt all these bars. These are going to be a little bit more difficult than the gold just because of the coal that I have to be factored in, but at least I have the coal bag now to make that a bit easier. For those curious, this is the amount of nuggets that I have. Definitely the most nuggets that I've ever had. Probably going to throw those all into soft clay packs for house tabs. I don't see any other reason to. I don't need gems. I don't need to buy gem bags. And I have everything else bought that you can possibly buy here that is beneficial. So probably just going to throw those all in soft clay packs to get house tabs. But other than that, guys, we have a ton of smithing ahead of us. So I'm just going to go knock all of this out at Blast Furnace. And don't know if I'll be able to do it all at once. It's a lot of smithing I got to do. But from then, that's the hard part. Once I get that done, it's just going to be AFK at the anvils and making a bunch of dart tips. So I will keep you all updated as I go, but let's go do a lot of smithing. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so I wanted to quickly update you guys on how smithing has actually been going. We are currently level 84, only 24k till 85, which is when I can actually make all my rune bars. Now, I will actually show you what we've actually done from this point. I just now finished smithing all of my gold ore. Lots of gold bars. I don't know if I'm ever going to use those, but, I mean, they look nice to stockpile, I suppose. These are what took the longest. These Myth and Addy bars took so much coal. If you all remember, you all can look back at the clip when I started. I had about 55,000 coal starting, and now I have 13.6k, and I haven't even made the rune ore yet. Now, I'm pretty sure that runite ore takes 8 coal per bar to make, which means at Blast Furnace it's only going to take 4. So that's going to be another, like, basically 4.8k coal down the drain. So I'm going to be under 10k. So thank goodness I had all that coal to actually use for that. So what am I going to do now? Before I can actually make all my rune bars, I do have to get 85 smithing. And to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and start smithing away at some of these mithril bars, start making my dart tips. Obviously, I'm going to make all of these into dart tips just for the blowpipe. I'm pretty sure making dart tips all the way is the same XP as you would get it for doing it like faster methods like making plate bodies and stuff, but it's obviously going to be a lot more beneficial for me since I'm going to be able to use those darts for like blowpipe and stuff like that. That's going to really help in the, you know, longevity of the account. So I'm going to go ahead and start smithing away at these darts, and I will keep you all updated as smithing progresses. So let's keep on going. And there it is. There is 85 smithing coming in. We can now... Oh, that looks beautiful right there. Make rune daggers, create infernal pickaxes, and make Sagian supplies. But I think the most cool thing about that, let's be honest, is the spirit shield. That looks awesome. So, core plater on. Yeah, we can smith a spirit shield, which is nice to know. What else? So with that being done, I think I'm actually going to go back to Blast Furnace and finish off all the rune ore that I have. I don't know, I kind of just want to get all the smelting done and then actually make all the stuff later on. So I'm going to head back to Blast Furnace real quick and we can finish off the rune ore. And then we will have everything smelted. We can just AFK away. So let's go get the rune ore done, and then I'm going to come back to Varrock West and smith some more darts. And there is probably the last smithing level that I'm actually going to get during this smithing grind. I don't know if I actually have enough for 88, but that's okay because 87 is all we need. If I get a +5 boost from 87, that'll put me at 92, which I believe is the highest smithing requirement that is needed for achievement diaries at the moment. I can't think right away of which achievement diary requires that, but I'm like almost certain that 92 is the highest smithing requirement for diaries. So to have that done is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all of these dart tips still that I still have left to do with Addy.
I think it's 88 that you need for Rune Dart, so I might not be able to touch those yet. But those will just be kind of sitting in the bank until, you know, we get that extra smithing level, and then we can do that later. So that will be the last smithing level I'll probably get, but it is the smithing level I need. So that is absolutely fine by me. So I'm going to finish up all these darts real quick. Nice and AFK, by the way, not too bad. And then we will finally be done with the smithing grind, and I will keep you all posted with the goals in the upcoming future very shortly. So I will talk to you guys very soon. Well, it is official. We have smithed all our mithril and addy bars. We would have smithed our rune bars, but we need 89 smithing to make rune darts, which is a bit unfortunate. I am too short from that. But nonetheless, look at all the darts that we're actually going to make. I've actually went to Port Sarim and visited Garant, the shop owner, and I bought 200k feathers there that we're going to be fletching into darts. Now, I don't know how much fletching XP this is going to be, but it is going to be a lot. So I'm not even going to do the math on it. I'm probably just going to speed this out, and then we can see what we're working with. For just reference, we are starting at level 90, 441k to level. Let's see what we can get out of it. And there we go. After a lot of clicking, a dead wrist later, there is 2 fletching levels. My 91 didn't get recorded for some reason, but 92, you'll probably just see it jump from 90 to 92. There is halfway to 99. You can now make dragon javelins and fletch redwood shields. I don't know if I'm going to ever do any of those, but I'm keeping on. Probably with the tips I have left, I'm going to estimate that I'm going to get 94 fletching. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 95 with this, unless Addy is just ridiculously good XP. I'm going to guess I'm going to get 94, though, with the darts I have left. If I do get 95, I would be very surprised. That would be amazing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that. But I might have to take a break here because my wrist is killing me. But I'm definitely going to take a little break and then come back and then finish all these off, because look at this 95k. We're about to hit the white stack of actual mithril darts. That's awesome. But I will keep you all posted, and I will keep on clicking away. So I will talk to you all very shortly. Big moment right here. My wrist is still dead, but 93 fletching right there. Now, the 93 fletching is not the important and exciting part here. As cool as that level is, it's not what I'm hyped about. It's this 2100 total hit. Now, unfortunately, there's not a 2100 total world. I'm pretty sure 2200 is the next one up for me, so that's still a while away. But the fact that we got 2100 is still an amazing goal. I'm very happy with that. And to see these skills finally reaching to the point where they are is just really cool to see. So there's 2100. Let's keep on going. And here's the last of the darts. And now that we have carpal tunnel, they are all done. 113k mithril darts and 73k addy darts. How much does that cost? I'm not going to count the feathers in that calculation, but wow, those are actually pretty close. But 12.3 mil about, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was a bit of a lengthy process. We had to mine all the ores at Motherlode. We had to blast furnace them all into bars, and we had to AFK a lot of time to make them into tips, and now we have finally, in the last stage, made them into darts. But I tell you what, it was worth it. Because now we have a ton of ammunition for, well, anything really. Slayer, bosses, anything like that, and we also got a ton of fletching XP. We didn't pull the 94, unfortunately, but we did get pretty close. For us being in the 90s, 107k away from 94 isn't too bad. I can work with that. Only 2 away from being able to make the dragon dart, so that's nice. So what are we going to do now? Well, now that we got all of that done and all of that process is finally completed, at this point, I want to go ahead and go do all the diaries that I can do now, given our new stats. 87 smithing is the main thing I'm looking at there. If we can snag a +5 boost, I think we can do all of the achievement diaries that require smithing requirements. Like I said, I'm pretty sure 92 is the highest requirement, so that's what I'm going to probably go for first. Anything lower than that, we can just snag right after. We can probably maintain the boost and get those too. So let's go work out what diaries require smithing, and we'll go knock those out.